touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up
Stafford on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over.
18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 16-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Check 43.
From the 41, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Jalen Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. A quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Complete to Jamal Agnew. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets them a first down.
At the Bears' 49-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 7, Lions nothing.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brought down by Khalil Mack.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got Evans. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Mike Evans.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
32-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And 8 yards.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
The 2nd down pass. The tackle made by Robert Quinn. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
The Lions on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Kick is good.
And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Too hot to
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
3-yard line.
This time Trubisky will throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And he returns this to the 22.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Stafford. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Stafford. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Stafford on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on second down. Stafford.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And the Lions first down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 40-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Duron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Lions 21, Bears 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the interception, here's Stafford. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Patterson on the carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Fourth down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On first down, Cohen. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, 18. Hands up. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
A 1 yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Move. 65. 65. Check. 18.
This is out quickly to the right. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards there and a first down.
He's tackled at the
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams. And a battle for it, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 50. Let's go, D.
This is a quick pass from Trubisky. 20! And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Alert.
They'll try the left side. It's Patterson, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Fournette running out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A shotgun give to Fournette. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
21-yard line. It's a gain of 10.
On the run, it's Fournette. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought him down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Tariq Cohen, the ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Powers ahead at the 45. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kalen Ballage with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's a give to Fournette.
First down.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. Well, they took a shot there, trying to get it downfield, fourth quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, Fournette. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at the 20. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
13 yards remaining on second down.
Switch!
Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Alert! Alert! Ready? Defense, let's go. Slam!
Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for the point
In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Trubisky to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. And that's caught by Smith. The 20, 10, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They're going to try and run for it. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want.
It's a foot race. 30, 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And so they run it in on the two-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle? Oh, wide open, complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. They'll try and run it in. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the two-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all.
To kick off for Chicago.
Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. The field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
By the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Today's final score, Lions 46.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.